DICE is starting to remove more and more of the premium paywall from Battlefield 1. They've been creeping closer and closer to the mark recently, with premium friends and premium trials, allowing non-premium players to piggyback off of their friends or use trial weekends. But DICE has now made some DLC content free to all players indefinitely. Yesterday, a DICE developer, Alex Solman, he's the lead gameplay designer on Battlefield 1 over there, he took to the Battlefield 1 Reddit page to inform the community that Operation Campaigns was making a return. Now, I'm sure for most of you, you already know what Operation Campaigns are, but to quickly summarise, these are set assignments that require players to play different operations that are linked together under a theme, and then get enough points across those operations to claim a prize. Now, that prize is a superior battle pack that can be claimed a couple of times, so you can unlock specific weapon skins from a special revision that's running at the same time as the active Operation Campaign. But how does that all link to the removal of the premium paywall? Doesn't really sound linked at all on paper. Well, before Christmas, it was stated that DICE was reviewing the data that they collected from the Operation Campaigns, and the feedback from the community as well, that was taken on board, and they'd be back in 2018, potentially with some tweaks and some fixes to improve Operation Campaigns overall. And that day has come. The current Operation Campaign in place is called Fire and Ice, and it combines two operations from DLC packs. Devil's Anvil from They Shall Not Pass, and Brusilov Offensive from In the Name of the Tsar. Fire being taken from the burning hills of Verdun Heights, and Ice being taken from Galicia and Brusilov Keep. Both of these operations are from DLC packs, which means you'd need to have a premium pass or own the specific DLC to access them, which severely limits the number of players potentially trying to complete the campaign and claim their battle packs. If not enough people are playing the operations, then you can't even begin to accumulate the points needed to unlock that battle pack. Now, this is where DICE has made rather a bold move. They have removed the premium limitation for any active DLC operations that might be included in an Operation Campaign. So to clarify, this means any player who owns the Battlefield 1 base game will have access to DLC operations, and therefore DLC maps, when they are active as part of the 2-weekly Operation Campaign cycle. Now, according to Alex, this was part of an effort to keep players together, and Operation Campaigns was initially designed to rally as many players as possible around specific parts of content in Battlefield 1 so that servers were full and healthy all the time, so everyone can experience that content. Now, removing the premium barrier here means even more people can help fill those servers, and every 2 weeks, a new Operation Campaign will be run to switch up the content that's being focused on. My own takeaway from all of this is, first of all, great move by DICE, more content for more people, that's always a good thing in my eyes. And secondly, DICE is trying to find any way possible to break down the premium paywall that was set up before the launch of Battlefield 1. My own opinion is that the team at EA and DICE realised their mistake in having a premium pass system for the game when player numbers started dropping off before even the first DLC, They Shall Not Pass, launched back in March 2017. Now, Battlefield 1 has sold over 23 million copies across PC, PS4 and Xbox One. That's absolutely massive numbers, and surely giving all of those players access to the newer DLC content will entice people to keep coming back and playing the game. Knowing there's going to be DLC servers populated would definitely make me come back and play Battlefield 1. Players who have bought the premium pass, they get access to all of the content all of the time and still retain some exclusivity on items like weapons, new vehicles, etc. But to access the maps, which is what I believe is currently segregating the community quite severely, was a very key point. DICE here, I think they've done all they can alongside premium trials to remove that segregation. And when I say all they can, I'm alluding to the fact that they cannot simply allow free access to content that others have paid for access to all of the time. As I said, I believe DICE and EA made a mistake releasing a premium pass for Battlefield 1, and this is their way of removing that segregation barrier without totally removing it and staying within the lines. Now, there are still some limitations here, as I said. That premium map barrier may have been removed for Operation Campaigns, but that doesn't extend to other game modes. The removal is purely for DLC operations that are part of the active Operation Campaign. So if non-premium players want to access DLC maps all the time, they need to buy a premium pass or the DLC they want to play, or wait for a premium trials event where they can access all the DLC maps free of charge for a limited time. This sits alongside the fact that only premium players or specific DLC holders have access to weapons, vehicles and elite kits, as I said, those that exist in the expansions and maps used in the active Operation Campaign. So just because you're playing on a DLC map, that doesn't mean you get access to the DLC weapons. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I think this is a great step by DICE and EA here. We are coming towards the end of Battlefield 1's DLC cycle, so I, for one, really don't care anymore if all this content is given away for free, and personally, I didn't really mind if people got free content in the first place. The only reason I bought Premium is because I play Battlefield 1 so much, and at the time, it was the only way to get access to that extra content outside of buying the DLC separately. If I didn't have to buy Premium, I wouldn't buy it because I don't like the system and I don't like the way it segregates the community. But really, I had no choice if I wanted to access all of that content. In my eyes, the more the premium paywall disappears, the better. I paid for premium over a year ago now. I really have no link to that money anymore. I've earned that money back, and I'm sure plenty of other people out there who are playing this game right now also have a job and will have made that money back as well. I still get that some people might be a little bit aggravated that they have paid money for this content and now other people are accessing it for free, but I personally don't really hold that grudge. If DICE and EA wanted to give away all the premium content for free now, I really couldn't care less, and that would just be great for everybody if they could all have access to that content all at the same time. But besides that, DICE has listed a couple of other changes and some points that they are working on addressing for Operation Campaigns. This will be an ongoing transition, so they're going to change some things in the future, and based on player feedback, there might be some other things they change as well. First of all, the points threshold for each operation in the campaign, that's been reduced from 30,000 to 25,000. You need to reach this threshold to unlock your Battle Pack prize in each operation, and DICE has done this to lessen the time commitment for players who might have slightly more busier schedules. The developers are also trying to work and find a solution to the situation where a player might gain 90% of the points needed in an operation, but then has to play another full operation to get those last 10% of points. That's happened to me a couple of times, and it is quite annoying that I may only need to play for about 10 or 15 minutes, but I have to sit through the entire operation that takes like 45 minutes. The current chance of getting a puzzle piece for a melee weapon from your Battle Pack prize is not worth the investment, according to the community. DICE might increase this chance so that rewards are sufficient. And lastly, the variety of weapon skins loaded into the reward Battle Packs don't fit the theme of the active Operation Campaign. Players want to unlock weapon skins that link to the maps. So for example, unlocking the legendary skin for the Ribeye rolls for completing the first part of the Fire and Ice campaign, which focuses on the French maps. So, it seems DICE is slowly but surely breaking down that premium paywall that they built, and I for one think this is a great move. Operations is a fan favourite game mode, and unlocking access to all of those DLC operations, which are quite good in my opinion, is a great way of getting the player base involved. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section today. Maybe you think this is a good move and you want to express your opinion, or you think it's a bad move for some of the reasons I might have mentioned. But overall, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, My name is Westie, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.